face your destiny. We all must ask the question at one time or another. I was once young. I was a sister and a daughter. I had a family. I thought we'd be together forever. Oh, I was once young. My sister and I, we saw him coming before he arrived. Our visions made us outcasts. The town hated us and feared we were evil. They turned on us and killed my father and my mother. But we tried to warn them. The superstitious fools. We were not the threat. But it was too late. When he came, the Lord of Distraction, he wiped my world clean. He was vicious and cruel, but fair. When my sister and I came to, we thought we had died, but he had spared us. He took us in. We knew about his coming, but he knew about us too. He talked about what he could do for us, and how he could use our abilities to aid him, to keep the peace, he said. And so we joined him, and we kept the peace. He used our powers to seek out others like him, others like us. He said there was an order to things, a tier to power, and we were at the top. Peace Lords, he called us. There was no lie in his words. He wanted peace. But peace is often achieved through unpeaceful means. So Yardarian built up his forces and brought peace to the Omniverse. That's when I was young. Countless were purified, trillions upon trillions of worlds destroyed, all in the name of peace. We won, eventually. However, he wanted more. He realized that in his conquests he had brought nothing to existence but pain and suffering, an empty plate. He wanted to become more than he was, and like all tyrants, he wanted to become God. That's when he came to my sister and I, seers of the truth, of the future and the past. He told us that he wanted to know his destiny. Even with our combined powers, my sister and I could not foresee his future. But where there is a will, there is a way. So Yordarian gave us a new mission, to find his destiny. And that is what we did. We searched everywhere for a course, and after an almost endless sea of time, we found it. The Mirror of Illusion. An artifact beyond time and space. A mirror and a window to the realms located in the outer realm, beyond the red sun. We found it, or shall I say, it found us. Once we looked at it, we saw our fates. My sister and I, no longer peace lords. We became the caretakers of destiny itself, the keepers of the mirror, guardians of fate. Yardarian no longer mattered. Our lives before were a path to this very point. Everything we thought was trivial, that was so long ago. When Yardarian eventually found me, he wanted to kill me. But first he asked if I had found his destiny. I simply answered, no one can find another's destiny, but I have a way for you to know. I showed him the mirror and told him, what you see will be completely true and unchangeable, but how you interpret your fate will be up to you. He approached and looked. He did not understand what he was looking at. His destruction at the hand of a foe like him. He laughed and told me it was nothing more than a trinket, a trick, that he could change his destiny. He offered his hand one more time. I refused to take it, and he said, "I could banish you." I said the only thing I could say, "That is not my fate. That is not my destiny." I could tell that when he left, he was sad, but I was no longer that little girl he rescued all those eons ago. It would be a long time before another came to me. He claimed to be a scientist and told me what he wanted to know and asked what he should do. I told him, "The mirror only shows what will be, nothing else." He smiled and asked me to show him anyway. I did, and he saw his fate. What he did next made me shiver. He simply smiled and said, "That is all I need to know. Thank you." And he walked away. I told him his fate was to sit with God, but his future had two roads, and each had its own ending. A man with two possible chances was rare indeed. There was only one other with a similar destiny, but that was a long time ago.